Hey everybody, welcome to another game of War Machine. I'm Lightem'up. I got a battle here between my Haley 2's force versus my buddy's Skorne running Zaal 2. So, a little battle of the epics here. This is my buddy Josh. He's a pretty good Skorne player. He used to be really highly competitive and he's getting back into the scene, I think. And we're going to give this one a shot. So, my list here with Haley 2, I am going to be changing it up here soon once I get Thorn painted. I know it's like a sin not to run Thorn with Haley 2, but until he's painted, I will not play him. So, at the time this was recorded, I was running Haley with a couple of Cloud Dwarves and a regular Lancer. Eventually that will become Thorn and a Junior, and the Junior is going to take over one of the Hunters from Jakes. So that I can have Arcane Shield on my Centurion or Haley as it need be, and I can have Thorn with his awesome shenanigans for Thorn. So this game here, we're playing Incursion. My buddy is running 2 max unit of Immortals. He said that he during this game he said a couple times that he missed having a throwaway unit of Immortals so that he could kill to get souls off of. So instead he was doing it with the full units that he's actually utilizing for combat. That hurt him a little bit, but it was nothing too significant, I don't think. I mean, he killed 2 or 3 throughout the game for himself from each unit to allow his guys to go into portal and to get extra speed, defense, etc. But he's running his unit. He's got his list with 2 Cannoneers and a Shield Guard, so not bad. We consider that Zaal 2 has vision. Essentially means that he has 2 Shield Guards on the list. Whatever thing has vision on it, and then whatever is close enough to the Brute to take a shot. Against a gun line, my list isn't quite a gun line, but it's definitely, yeah, I'd say it's a gun line. 2 Hunters, a Defender, and a bunch of gun mages. So yeah, I guess mine's a gun line. I'm not sure this is who I would drop Haley 2 into. I think this might be a Siege drop. I'm still trying to decide between Haley 2, Siege, Sloan, and Striker 2. So I've got 4 people on my radar right now. Those are who you're going to see the majority of my battle reports from for the time being. But onto this game. Basically, his first turn, he just ran up, put vision on the bottom Cannoneer. And then my turn, I went ahead and temporally accelerated, or I will be temporally accelerating the top Hunter. The bottom Hunter there took a shot into the Cannoneer. It got shield guarded. Did 8 points of damage into the shield guard, so that was good. And then you'll see my Lancer there walks up, puts Haley to put temp acceleration on that top Hunter, who then takes 2 shots into the Cannoneer. It does pretty good damage. It does 11 total damage to him, which is not bad for opening salvo. And then they're both going to Energizer backwards from Jakes, because they're both being run off of Jakes. I think that's a really good combination. I mean, I can get them up to like defense 18, defense 20-ish, depending on what kind of terrain they're in. Whichever one I can put Sidekick on. I did not end up putting Sidekick on them this turn, or this game. I thought I needed the focus for the Energizer moves and the boost. That will turn out to be a problem. But at the top, you got Alexia up there threatening that top flag. Right now, you see my buddy Josh is really decided on where to Apparition into. I completely forgot about Apparition. It allows him to get within the 3 inches so he can see and then charge out. And I've put a nice little grouping of 4 gun mages there that his BRMT will be able to run into, and she's got Thresher and Anatomical Precision, so all she's got to do is hit and she'll kill him. Only thing going for me is their defense 14, so that's good. Instead, you'll see me marking some damage grids there. That is the Cannoneer on the top shot the Hunter at the top and took out his Cortex. Cannoneer at the bottom shot the Hunter at the bottom and took out his gun arm, needing a 14 to hit, and ended up doing 14 damage. So yeah, that sucked. He rolled really high on hit and damage on both of the Cannoneers and took out critical systems on both of my Hunters. So no repair on the list. That makes that a big problem. Then Zaal moved up and put up, I believe he put up Aura of Power this turn, but he would definitely feat. That is what those tokens going out there for. The proxy bases are his edge of his feet range, so that he doesn't move his Immortals outside of it, because they need to be in the feet in order to get or in his control range in order to get the bonus armor. That bonus armor makes them armor, I believe, 22, which makes a really tough nut to crack with POW 10 guns. So the gun mages won't be doing much this turn. You'll see he's marking some damage there. He's healing. He's healing some damage off of his beast with his handlers. And then the Ancestral Guardians they killed a couple Immortals to give their Immortal UAs or CAs some souls. And then the Brute moves into position to be a shield guard for all three of the important things in the center. Alright, so in the middle you get the Bloodrunner Master Tormentor. I made a big mistake. I didn't think I was putting him in that perfect spot, but I did. Fortunately, he missed 2 of the 7s he needed to hit. Or 6s, whatever he needed, and he only killed 2 of the guys. And then the BMRT at the bottom is going to back up to stay out of range of Alexia, which is probably a good move. I'm not sure I could get her into stealth, inside the stealth range, but it was definitely going to be on my list of things to try for. So this turn, looking at it now from the side and afterwards, I see that what I could have done, and I'll talk about that in a second, but what I am doing here is I'm putting 3 full focus on the hunter that has the broken gun arm, but has a Cortex. Obviously I can't put any focus on the hunter that doesn't have a Cortex, you can't do that. I debated putting focus on my Centurion, and decided not to. I thought I could just push that Immortal off the flag there with my gun mages. And then I failed to even do that because I forgot about it. The gun mages at the bottom tried to kill the Master Tormentor and did 4 points of damage to him with hitting him twice, which sucks because it's only dice off like 3. Off 2 hits. So instead, one of the gun mages knocked down the Immortal by the flag. And then Haley just went and she Arcane bolted. She had to do 2 Arcane bolts into the top CA, the top command attachment for the Immortals, in order to remove him because he can't sack pawn magic attacks. So she had to, she failed to kill him on her first Arcane bolt. Had to do it a second time, which really sucks. But she popped her feet. And we got the Cloud Dwarves or Fire Dwarves, whatever you want to call them. They're going right now and sending a couple blasts. They end up killing 1 Immortal, I think. Oh no, I don't think they killed any Immortals. They set 1 Immortal on fire. And they killed the BRMT down there. And then the Hunters at the top are going to take a couple shots into some Immortals. I figure I've already triggered their vengeance, so I might as well kill as many of them as possible. I'm trying to kill off the front ones so that they can't vengeance and get close enough to attack me the next turn. Or during his turn. And even Jakes gets in on the fun and shoots her hand cannon to kill one. That rubble at the top that the one sitting in really is causing me some issues. I should have done this. I should have put an extra focus on my Centurion so that he could charge and kill that Immortal that's guarding the top flag, and that way I could have based that flag and scored a control point. Instead I did not. At the top you see Alexia kills the Immortal that's contesting that flag, and she repositions to control that flag. So we'll be 1-0 Cygnar right now. And we're on to his turn. I think I caught the Brute, the Brute, the Cannoneer at the bottom, and then his entire unit of Immortals in my feet. But because it is now model unit, the models at the top of the top of the screen were able to actually vengeance out of my control area so that when they start their activations they can charge. And then they're going to end up going and charging and hitting my Lancer, charging into Alexia with one of them. Another one just runs to keep into command of everyone else. And the one that was knocked down just stands up, obviously. The one that ran into Alexia ended up hitting her and killing her, which sucks. I don't think I've ever had Alexia survive 1 hit from anything. Doesn't matter what it was. And then the one that ran into my Lancer ended up doing a few points of damage, but not much. So, Cannoneer is going to go up and instead he's going to take a shot at the Hunter that had broken his arm. Miss and deviate backwards and hit the Immortal instead and do nothing to him. Then I think the Cannoneer at the bottom there, you see him shoot. He shot at the Defender. Did a couple points of damage to the Defender. Actually, I think he did like 8 points of damage to the Defender. But didn't do anything to the Cloud Dwarfs with the AoE, thanks to Armor 16. Which is good, because they only have 1 hit point now. which is ridiculous. Privateer Press. 1 hit point for 3 models that cost 7 points. Anyway, so the bottom unit of Immortals will walk in to contest and to tie up some of my Cloud Dwarves. You'll see the one got set on fire. That's the new thing for the Dwarves. If you end your activation within 2 inches of them, a enemy model will catch continuous fire from them, which is nice. It used to be a star action, which was pretty pointless. Now it's actually worth something. And then we're going to go on to my turn after he does a little bit of house cleaning. And he will get 1 control point from the top flag that he moved the other Bloodrunner Master Tormentor onto. So it is now 1-1. I have a classic problem. I've said this many times before if you've listened to a lot of my other battle reports. I will come up with a plan. I will delegate the focus for that plan. And then something will come along and I will completely forget that plan. So the plan for this match here, or this round here, was to kill the 2 at the top, control the top flag with a solo, namely Jakes, kill or push the guys contesting the bottom flag out of the way, and move my defender to control that flag, and then go up on control points. And then hopefully even possibly take out the guys that are contesting the middle flag and score 3 control points. Instead, what you'll see I did is not that. I was able to untie the defender, but I was not able to kill off very many of the Immortals. Haley's going to attempt to Arcane Bolt the command attachment to get rid of their souls, which is good. Or not get rid of their souls, but get rid of their bonus that they get for their souls. Right now the gun mages are going and they're attempting to push and or shoot with crit brutals. They don't do much of anything. You see my Lancer ran up to the top, and the idea there was I was going to Arcane Bolt the Bloodrunner Master Tormentor off the board and then TK my Hunter in to control that flag. So Haley went and she Arcane Bolted the command attachment at the bottom of the screen dead, Arcane Bolted the Bloodrunner Master Tormentor dead, and then unfortunately because I had to boost, she only had 1 focus left and she could not telekinesis my Lancer, which sucks. And since I'd already spent Jakes' activation shooting some useless Immortal, I couldn't even do anything there. So there will be, I think, 1 Immortal contesting the middle flag, and I will not get any control points. So it's still 1-1, which hurts. So his Vengeance is going to go and kill off a Dwarf. His Cannoneer is going to go and boost some shots. Oh, here in a second. I think I polarity fielded it with the Centurion again. Pretty sure I did. But I'm not 100% certain. Yep, there's the Cannoneer. He's going and boosting some shots and boosting damage into my Centurion. The Ancestral Guardian is going to activate now, and he's going to walk up, base the flag, and start swinging on the Centurion using boosted damage rolls from Zaal via the Aura Power, which is essentially transference, and do significant damage to the Centurion. I think they left him on 6 or 7 hit points. Which means that the Brute, who can now is within walking range, is going to get enraged from the Beast Handlers, who are also going to heal the Brute for a little bit of damage since he's been shield guarding stuff all the way in. Brute will walk up into the forest, get just close enough to get his spear, but not close enough to get his shield. And with boosting damage on his first attack, buying and boosting the damage on the second attack, managed to kill my Centurion. Sad days. So he's going to be able to score on the top flag. The Immortals at the bottom are going to charge into the Cloud Dwarves, and a couple of them will charge onto the Defender. They easily kill the Cloud Dwarves and do a massive amount of damage to my Defender. He went from having 8 boxes marked to having only 4 boxes unmarked. And then the Ancestral Guardian will go ahead and claim the bottom flag. So Skorne is going to go up to 3 control points now. 3-1 Skorne at the moment. I really need to clear all the flags and try to control at least 2, probably 3 of them, if I'm going to have any chance of pulling out this victory now. But I am quickly running out of models. Unfortunately, because my defender lost his movement, lost his cortex, he can't trample over those Immortals to get to the Ancestral Guardian, which really hurts. You'll see the hunters at the top went. Right now, the one hunter shoots into the Ancestral Guardian to do a couple points of damage to him. The other one shot the little solo guy that was at the top. I can't remember what it was. Maybe been a beast handler to kill him, keep him from contesting next turn. And then, thanks to Jakes, I was able to energize her over to contest to control the flag. The gun majors are went and tried to shoot the Immortals, but because I forgot to do the time bomb first, they missed. The Haley went over and she time bombed and killed off one Immortal, and then lowered the defense and speed on the other Immortals. She went ahead and Arcane bolted into the Ancestral Guardian to kill him, and then she will take a gunshot here in a second. We forgot to remove the model, but she took a gunshot to kill the leader model of the Immortals also. Then the defender was able to hammer down another Immortal, but since he didn't have a Cortex, could only make 1 melee attack. And then I'm on to my buddy's turn. So I did score 1 more control point, so it is 3-2 now. But all he has to do is kill the one hunter contesting the middle flag, and then control the middle and the bottom, because I wasn't able to get anything over to the bottom flag to contest it. That's why I was trying to clear up that defender so he could go out and he could at least contest it and be something that he had to kill first, but couldn't do it. So instead, his Cannoneers will go and take the hunter off the board at the top. The Ancestral Guardian will go and kill the 1 gun mage contesting. And then the Brute will run and control the bottom flag, and the Zaal himself will run to dominate the middle flag and go 5-3 Skorne. So, it'll be a victory for Skorne, and I'll catch y'all later. So, I am really liking this list with Haley. I'm looking forward to getting Thorn on the table and trying him out, switching the list up a little bit, but I think this Haley list is probably going to be what I'm going to be going with, and trying to test it. I'm still in the testing phase. I like to try to get at least 10 run-ins with each of my lists once I figure out the configuration, so that I can decide whether or not it is an actual good list to run. Or good caster pairing to run. So we'll see how it goes. I will be going to, if anyone goes to the Kansas City Midwest Melee, I think it's called, in September. I think it's on September 23rd. Don't quote me on that, but I'll be there in Kansas City, and if you want to come get some games of War Machine in, it is a War Machine Weekend qualifier, so if you're living in the Midwest, come on out. I hope to see you all there. And for those of you not, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you on here instead. Alright? Have a good one, guys.